Hello and welcome to this tutorial on using Facebook Live for your mobile phone. You will see that my phone is looking rather wonky at the moment. It's 90 degrees out. Please don't tilt your laptop or computer or your phone to adjust this. My phone is just in portrait mode for now, but the rest of the video is going to be done pretty much in landscape, so it will right itself very shortly. There are two things I would recommend that you look at before watching this video in full. The first one is the So You Want to Start Using Social Media booklet, which is located on the Synod website, www.urcyorkshire.org.uk. Because in this video we're looking at using a Facebook Live video from a Facebook page. So if your organisation or your church doesn't have a Facebook page at the moment, please have a look at that booklet, which takes you through the basics of setting one up. I would also recommend reading it anyway, as there are some extra tips in there as to how to make your social media presence more vibrant and more exciting. The second thing I would recommend you watch is using Facebook Live for a computer. Even if you're not intending on using it for a computer, and that video does actually recommend using it on a smartphone, it does expand a little bit more on why we should use Facebook, why we could use Facebook Live, and a few other hints and tips as well. But we're going to look just today at the very basic technicalities of how to use Facebook Live for our smartphone. It goes without saying that you should have a smartphone that's connected to the internet and also have downloaded the Facebook app as well. So I'm going to visit the Facebook app now, and I'm going to tilt my phone landscape here, so now you've got a better view. I wouldn't normally recommend using most apps in landscape because, as you can see, it doesn't actually show you that much information at once, which isn't very useful. But hey, this is just because the camera should really be in landscape, and I'll explain why very shortly. But as you can see, I'm on my Facebook page, Anytown United Reformed Church, which is the church page that I set up in the tutorial booklet on the Synod website. So again, you can follow that. And the main thing I want to look at today is clicking post here on the left-hand side. So if I click post, Facebook's going to switch to portrait in a minute, just because that's how it likes to display its post. But you want to click the Go Live option, which is the fourth option down. So I'm going to click Go Live, and I'm back on landscape now, which is good. So why do we want a landscape picture? Well, if we had it in portrait, and I won't turn it portrait because you won't be able to see properly, but if we had it in portrait, all you're really going to see is somebody's face, and you're not going to see much around them. Whereas if we're on landscape, and particularly if I hold it further out like this, I've got space above my head and below my head and left and right, and it just makes for a much nicer image. So I'm gonna do it like that. But that's if we're on my face as well. This is using the front-facing camera as it's facing me. Most smartphones will have a front-facing camera and a rear-facing camera. And to switch between these, which you can do during a Facebook Live video, we're pressing this button up here in the top left-hand corner, which will switch the video. So you can change it, and perhaps you might want to use the rear-facing camera for a focal point, perhaps, like this fascinating-looking coaster. But seriously, you can use it for perhaps a focal point like a candle or a cross. And it's worth noting that during Facebook Live videos, you can switch between the two cameras anyway. So you can switch between your face and your focal point. And because we're on a mobile phone, we can move around. We can do loads of different things. So just have a play about it, have an experiment. You have the option now to add a description, which is here in the bottom left-hand corner. So well, actually, it's not an option, it's compulsory. You need to add something. I'm just going to put church just for time purposes. But as has been discussed in other videos, you want to make your post vibrant and exciting and appealing to your audience. So think about how you might do that. Church with a full stop is certainly not the answer to that. But just keeping it short for now. You also have the location button, which is just below church there. You can tap that and put in your location. At the time of recording of this video, we're in the COVID-19 pandemic, so obviously Facebook Live is mainly being done from people's homes. Please don't put your home location on here. Facebook Live allows you to select any location, even if you're not at that location. So tap the location button, search for your church, and put that in instead. There's also the emotions button, again, just adding some personality to your page. You don't want to be seen as a robot. So you can press the emotions button, and look at that. Facebook has even given us the blessed emotion, so we can put that on. What a brilliant emotion to have for our church service. So as you can see at the top there, Anytown United Reformed Church is feeling blessed. When we're done with all of that, we can press done in the top right hand corner, and then when we're ready to go live, we can simply click this blue button up here. I'm not going to do that now because I'm currently recording the sound coming out of these headphones here, and as soon as I go live, Facebook Live is going to want that sound, so it's going to take it off the screen recording. So I'll be talking, but you won't be able to hear me. But basically what we can do is press the live button, and then you'll see that we can go live. And I am going to press it in a minute, but I'm just going to point out the features as well. We have a comments section, which is marked by a speech bubble, and it's going to be about here. And you can tap that to write a comment yourself as Anytown United Reformed Church. And you will also see comments pop up just above that. So there's a shaded bar around about here, and then above that there'll be some comments as people make comments. And I would encourage you to encourage people to make comments, to make it an interactive video. You don't just want people to be sat there passively taking in the video. You want them to be active. So encourage people to use the comments section to interact. And of course, you can comment back and interact with your audience. You do have the option to switch your camera during the Facebook Live video as well, and that option will also be located about here near the comments button, so you can switch your camera during the video as well. When you're all done, you can click the finish button, which will be in this bottom right hand corner here, and then you will have three options after you click finish, and you can, well, do two of them anyway. There is the save button down here, and so you can save the video to your phone. There's also the share button, which is in the bottom right hand corner. That's the blue one, and usually the blue on Facebook means something good, and we do want to share our video, so that will mean it will stay on our Facebook page forever. We do have the option to delete it, of course, but it will stay on there for as long as we want it to be on there, for people to watch back either again, or for people to watch for the first time if they missed the live broadcast. So I'm just going to go through the motions of doing that, but obviously you won't be able to hear me whilst the live video is ongoing, but I will point out all of those features that I've just mentioned. So now my video has been shared, and that is the end of this tutorial.